What up, y'all? It is Elijah Boy. And apparently, CM Punk is spilling the tea, okay? So, I want to check some of these. I got a transcript here. Let's see if I can break it down. Degeneration X. No, I'm just playing. All right, so let's see what's going on here. All right. Okay, it's a transcript here from what's this website called? Lastwordonsports.com to give them credit because I would watch the interview, but I don't know if I can do that. So let's check this out. Okay, triceps update and a metaphor for WWE versus AEW. They're protecting me against myself. Okay, so apparently he's giving a little bit of an update on his injury. Hopefully he can come back. I'm not gonna read into that because I kind of want to be surprised when he does come back. I already knew about how his return basically happened, so I'm gonna skip that. Okay, apparently he visited Raw last year. I remember this. It was a big deal to some people. I didn't care. Said they felt betrayed, and I'm like, whatever. Didn't Ricky Starks visit Cody for the Royal Rumble that year? I mean, did people have a problem with that, or was it just because when Punk did it? I don't know, but whatever. Moving on. Punk's return appearance. Yeah, we're gonna skip that. Like I said, I pretty much know all this stuff. Okay, he said the backstage is not the same as it was when he left back in 2014. Vince McMahon gave him a hug. Oh, how cute is that? Of course, Punk burst into laughter when telling Ariel stuff came up. Yeah, some stuff came up, all right, let me tell you. And came up, down, all over the place. Nasty self. Okay, so WrestleMania again. Skip that. All in and Real Glass. Ooh, he's spilling the deeds on this. I gotta read this. Okay. Punk talks about jovial. It says Punk talks about the events that led to his AEW exits. There was no one to pick Punk from the airport, so he went on an adventure to the London Underground. Okay, it's irresponsible to leave someone stranded at the airport. I remember that story. I think when Jack Perry in the pre-show commented real glad. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what is Jack talking about? Punk was watching. Preceded this, Punk says on the second episode of Collision ever, Tony Schiavone came to Punk because Jack Perry was cussing out multiple staff, including a doctor. Ooh, really? Punk says he did not want to be involved. Dude isn't supposed to be here. Punk's approach was, you need to handle it or I will. Punk was asked to handle it. Interesting. Perry wanted to smash. Sorry, why did that make me laugh? Perry wanted to smash the window of a rental car with a pipe. With the pipe? Let me stop. For real, let me chill. Let me stop. For an angle. Punk said that everyone had told Jack no. Okay, I've heard of this story, sort of. But I didn't hear Punk's side of it. Punk told Perry no also and explained the logic that if Punk destroyed a rental car, then the rental company might decide to not rent it again to pro wrestlers. Plus the safety aspect what comes with working with real glass. I've had mixed opinions on glass because glass can really obviously hurt you bad, especially if it's put somewhere. I mean, it could potentially really hurt you. That's why I never like with hardcore matches when they use glass. I'm still half and half on thumbtacks. Like it's too much, bro. Light bulbs and all that, or light tubes, and I'm like, why even bother? Like Punk stated. Plus, yeah, Punk stated he spoke calmly, saying if you want to do this, do it Wednesday on Dynamite, basically. The show that Collision was beating for the first couple months, but we all know how that turned out. Now it's back to normal. Punk acknowledged as a younger kid he had taken this kind of stuff personally, might have gotten fired about someone telling him what to do. Back to All In. Punk says he told Tony Khan to handle it. Punk claims Tony said, "What do you want me to do?" Be like the Nike logo. Just do it. What do you mean, what do you want me to do? If this is what he said. What do you want me to do? You're the boss! You're paying, dude, you're the one signing the checks. What do you mean? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, huh? Who does this guy think I am? The boss? Like, yes, Tony. Talking about what do you want me to do? Dude, if I'm paying somebody $500,000 a year, they gonna do what I tell them. Let me tell you. I'm talking about wrestling legally. I'm no Vince McMahon, no Diddy. No Diddy. Like, come on, bro. Talk about what do you want me to do? Nothing happened, and Punk, in his words, which he repeated several times in this section, was gonna do something AEW would not like. Punk's side of things is that when Jack came back through the curtain, Punk said he questioned Jack, why do you have to do this dumb internet bleep? Jack said, do something about it. And Punk said, man, if you don't get your worm from Men in Black, look at... No, I'm just playing. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. That's not in the, it's not in the area. Jack said, do something about it. And it's like, dude, what are you, 15? Like, why would you even... I thought I was doing the responsible thing. I just choked someone a little bit. Things were then broken up. Punk said he competed in the opening match of All In due to his respect for Samoa Joe. Jerry Lynn is the road agent, Paul Turner the referee, and the fans. Afterward, in his locker room, Punk said he asked if he could watch the rest of the card before security came to see him. Punk says he left without a fuss and got Nando's for the boys. Bro, imagine, dude, you get into an altercation and then he went out to wrestle Samoa Joe. I saw that pay-per-view live. It didn't look like nothing happened. That's professionalism, let me tell you. Golly. It's wow, bro, that is insane. And it happened right before he was supposed to go out there. That I was not aware of. If I was told that, I didn't, or if I saw that somewhere, then I didn't remember. Okay, it says here the section Tony Khan in business. Punk says that he told Tony Khan after releasing Jack Perry from a bit of choking, "You're a clown. I quit." CM Punk is like that one coworker who's like the most outspoken one and always calls people out, regardless of popularity or who the manager. Dude, as an employee, I'm good at like keeping myself out of trouble and under control. But there was a few jobs I've had in my past where I quit. Like I worked at a warehouse. I worked at a warehouse and bro, I was threatened to be fired 3 times despite doing my job very well, by the way. And everyone around me knew. And I said to myself, if he yells at me one more time or threatens my job, well, I don't mind him yelling at me, but when you threaten my job, and you praised me the day before, it doesn't make any sense. So now it's like if I get threatened to be fired again, I'm out of here. I'm not even gonna wait, and I'm gonna tell him right when I do it. I got threatened again, and I said, you know what? Screw this. I threw the broom down and left that freezer, left every piece of supply, got my lunch, told the manager above my manager, I said, yeah, I quit. And it was pretty funny, and I just literally walked out. And the guy didn't ask why, he just let me go. So it's like the funniest thing ever. So that was the culture I was dealing with back in the day. That was the last time you spoke to Tony Khan. The last words you say to this man is, "You're a clown. I quit." Punk says he did not feel he did anything to make Tony fear for his life. Punk believes there is a concerted enough to slander and ruin his character. At its core, this for Punk is where issues came in. Punk said and he feels some were trying to dim their top star out of jealousy. Yep. And only hurting the company in the process. Yep. When asked about Tony Khan, Punk's truth is he's not a boss, but he's a nice guy. And this is a detriment in his head to AEW's business. Yes, it is. Bro, I'm telling you, like, I know Tony is probably the amazing person. I know that for a fact. And I know he doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings or put anyone in a bad position, but bro, like, it is a business at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he released some people. He had a roster cut, which is something that's never happened in this company before. And trust me, he needs to do some more cuts if we could be honest. But I feel like that only happened due to him signing Okada, Ospreay, and Monet. So it makes me wonder, like, are there going to be more roster cuts? A huge talking point from the chat is Punk repeatedly talks and emphasizes wrestling is about making money, which is true. It is true. At the end of the day, it's putting on the best show and making money. Yeah, for Punk, there was and is a clear conflict in his mind between what AEW wants to do and what WWE is doing. Okay, one more thing. Punk thought he was coming to AEW to help and hopefully teach. Punk felt he was brought in for other reasons. Hmm. Okay, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Obviously, I'm trying to see some stuff. Is AEW about having good matches? Connects to the indie mindset twice. They stated that just saying to sell more and flip less is a preference, a flavor of ice cream. Okay. Um. Okay. If you're some goof saying you had a 5-star match in the building is a quarter full, we're not in the same business. Jesus, Punk. Punk believes AEW exists as long as Tony keeps putting money. It was not the alternative. He believes wrestling needed as a last chance. AEW caters to a niche market. I've been saying that too. When talking about the MJF feud, Punk said MJF's biggest mistake was catering to the internet audience. That part. Before this is in the first hour, Punk stated WWE's audience is wider than the internet. Yo, like, that is true. If I could keep it a band, like, bro, AEW needs to, not saying don't cater to the hardcore here and there, but when you do it for every show and every match, it doesn't help. It does not help. They need to find a way to like expand past hardcore fans because it's just it's just the way to go. The Hangman's workers right. So when Hangman and this is what I want to see, commented on protecting AEW from Punk, which I thought was weird. At first, I thought they were like doing some kind of faction with Punk, like, oh, is he gonna create a group or something? Because that's what it came off. Punk stayed in Hangman went off script. Yep, everybody, I remember that. Page did not say anything. This is where I stopped liking Adam Page. I think this is where it began. Punk's views Hangman wasted TV time and money by slandering him. He asked professionally why the Punk claims Page said he believed Punk had one of his friends fired. Did you think to confront him or ask him about it? Like with a lawyer, Punk went to Tony Khan and felt this was a profession. Respect for Punk is the default. Punk hinting at the elite suggests they base their opinion on what one person said. So okay, the all-out media scrum. Okay, what could he say? Okay. High school mean girls and clicky. When Helani brings up Tony Khan, let's say it was nothing Tony have not heard before. He should have handled it. Yeah, you think? He did not go into details, but his phrase, he did not have to sign an NDA because he did nothing wrong. Will again be gunpowder. Yeah, Punk said he has nothing to hide, but they won't talk about it because there's an NDA in place. Okay, that makes sense. He felt was cringe. Punk analogy did one where he returned to WWE because it was fitting. His issue is the merits of wrestling journalists. Yeah, they need to get it together, bro, because they messing me up. At this point, there's a Punk say, yeah, if he would have been happy to be like, go. It was not what AEW was sold to him as. For 6 months, Punk said that no one talked to him. Punk paid for his surgeries and only had contact with AEW's Doc Samson. Why returned to AEW? He had a lot of friends in the company and Tony would not release him. Sounds about right. Collision was for Punk was the best of a bad situation. It was supposed to be fun. Said his contract had a year left. At no point did he feel like it would work. Punk stated that he felt the elite never wanted him in AEW due to interaction, the way things were handled. Sounds about right. Okay. Money on the table. Yeah, it was not capitalized on. Yo, if they would have did capitalize on Punk, maybe Punk versus Omega or Punk and the FTR against the Bucks and Omega, that would have made some money, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay. He said MJF. I would say that was his best feud from that whole company was against MJF. And gave me my highest rated video on YouTube, which shout out to them too. I was going wild in that video. If you haven't seen it, I recommend go checking it out. Let's see. He is no aggressive because of the friends he made. Brody King, FTR, Danhausen, Darby Allin, Sting, and more. Despite the shadow cast, Punk still believe he imparted some good. Okay. All right, that's basically what I'm interested in from the interview here. There's other stuff like his Colt Cabana saying he won't make peace probably for a while with him, but hey, in the wrestling, never say never. You know what I mean? But yeah, Um, that was Punk's interview. Let me know what you guys think, cause bruh, this this is crazy. I mean, I heard um some people say like on the internet talking, there were people who were actually laughing at the fact that Punk got injured, and I find that very disgusting. I don't care how you feel about any wrestler. Like, you'll never catch me, making fun of a wrestler for getting injured, because that's like sick in my eyes. Like, that's mad disrespectful. I don't care how you feel, man. I may not be Adam Page's biggest fan, or Omega, or the Bucks, or whoever, but I will never laugh at them for being injured, or be like, yeah, no, never. I literally done videos where I've said, I hope they get well soon, because I don't want nothing bad to happen to these people. So, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, it's crazy, man. And Punk, man, he opened a lot of worms there. Man, I wish he could have been able to talk about Brawl Out. I don't know how long NDAs last, but man, I want to know. That'd be a good Dark Side of the Ring episode. Bro, Jack Perry, man, he's young, so maybe one day he'll look back on this. Hopefully, he'll look back on this and go, "I was a stupid kid," but I don't know. Anyways, what do y'all think of the interview? Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you disagree with Punk. Well, you know what I mean? Let me know how you feel about what he said. Did it make you look at things differently? I wonder how AEW is going to respond to this. That's something I need to see.